Have you ever felt like you've done everything you can? You've planned, worked hard, tried your best, and yet life just doesn't seem to move the way you hoped. Maybe you feel tired, restless, worried about things that never seem to settle. In today's noisy world, we're told to hustle harder, move faster, and keep pushing. But the Buddha taught a different way, a path of inner stillness, of calm acceptance, of trusting that the universe, through the law of karma, will deliver exactly what we deserve when the time is right. Stillness is not weakness. It's not giving up. It is strength in its quietest form. It is wisdom dressed in silence. When we let go of our need to control, when we breathe, pause, and learn to sit with ourselves, we open the door for peace to enter, and for the universe to work on our behalf. This video is a gentle invitation to stop chasing, to stop worrying, and to start trusting deeply and patiently that what you're looking for is already finding its way to you. Because when the mind is calm, the path becomes clear, and when your heart is open, what you truly deserve will come. So today, let's explore the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and discover how staying calm may be the most powerful thing you ever do. What if I told you that the peace you've been searching for is not found in fixing the world, but in understanding how it truly works? In Buddhism, calmness is not just a feeling. It is a discipline. It is a path. It is a way of walking through life, with eyes open, heart steady, and mind rooted in clarity. You see, the Buddha didn't promise a life free of pain or uncertainty. Instead, he offered us the wisdom to meet life as it is, with stillness, not resistance, with compassion, not control, with trust, not fear. At the heart of this wisdom is the understanding of impermanence. Everything changes. The joy you feel, the sorrow you carry, the struggles you face, they are not permanent. They are passing clouds in a sky that is always open, always vast. So why do we suffer? Because we cling. We hold on too tightly to outcomes, expectations, identities, even our own pain. And here is where calmness becomes our greatest refuge. When the mind is calm, we don't react. We observe. When the heart is calm, we don't panic. We listen. And when the spirit is calm, we begin to trust, not blindly, but wisely. We trust not in a mystical force outside of ourselves, but in the natural law of cause and effect. In Buddhism, we call it karma. This isn't about fate or luck. It's not about wishing and waiting. It's about knowing. When I act with kindness, kindness grows. When I plant seeds of patience, peace blossoms. When I live with intention, the universe responds, because I am part of that universe. The Buddha once said, "As a man sows, so shall he reap." It's not a punishment. It's not a reward. It's simply the way life flows. So when things don't go your way, when your plans fall apart, when people misunderstand you, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" the Buddhist path invites us to ask, "What am I being shown? What can I learn? What seeds am I planting right now?" Calmness isn't passive. It's powerful. It allows you to see clearly, act wisely, and rest deeply, even in the middle of uncertainty. And trust? Trust is the natural outcome of that calm. Not trust in fantasy, but trust in truth, in the sacred rhythm of cause and effect, in the quiet unfolding of things beyond our control. When you live this way, you stop trying to force the river. You let it flow, and slowly, you begin to notice. The universe has been carrying you all along, so sit with yourself. Breathe. Be still, not because you're giving up, but because you're tuning in to a deeper intelligence, tuning in to the law that governs all things without judgment or favor, tuning in to the calm within you that has always been there. That's what it means to trust the universe, not to expect magic, but to live in harmony with the truth the Buddha saw, the truth you already carry in your heart. What are you holding on to right now? Maybe it's an old hurt, a dream that never came true, a fear that keeps showing up at night, whispering doubts into your mind. Now ask yourself, is it helping you grow, or is it quietly weighing down your spirit? Letting go is not easy. The Buddha never said it would be, but he did say it was necessary if we want to be free. We often believe that holding on is strength, that if we just grip tighter to a person, a plan, a version of the past, we'll be safe. But what we don't realize is, clinging is the root of our suffering, not because life is cruel, but because life keeps moving, and we're trying to make it stay still. The Buddha used a beautiful image, a hand grasping a burning coal. The longer you hold it, the more it hurts. But the moment you release it, you create the space for healing. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's not about giving up. It's about making peace with what was, so you can receive what is meant to be. You see, we often block the blessings of the universe because our hands are full of old stories, old pain, old identities that no longer serve who we are becoming. But here's the truth. You cannot receive what's yours if you're too busy carrying what's not. Think of a garden. If the soil is choked with weeds, there's no room for new life. But when you gently clear the ground, with patience, with love, the seeds of beauty begin to take root. So it is with our hearts. The Buddha's teachings on non-attachment don't ask you to stop caring. They ask you to care without grasping, to love without controlling, to live without fear of losing. Because nothing in this world truly belongs to us. Not people, not possessions, not even the body we carry. Everything is borrowed. Everything is passing. And when we remember that, not with sadness, but with clarity, we begin to live more fully, more freely, more peacefully. There is a deep courage in letting go, a sacred bravery in saying, I release what no longer serves me. I open myself to what is true. And do you know what happens then? The universe responds. Not because you forced it, not because you chased it, but because you finally made space. You trusted, you surrendered, and in doing so, you aligned yourself with the flow of life. So today, ask yourself, what am I ready to release? What can I gently place down so that my hands and my heart are open once more? Letting go isn't the end. It's the beginning of a life not driven by fear, but guided by trust. The beginning of a calm, quiet space inside you where joy, wisdom, and love are finally free to enter. Why do good things happen to bad people? And why do bad things happen to good hearts? This is a question many of us have carried for a long, long time, and Buddhism offers an answer. Not a quick one, not always a comforting one, but a true one. It's called the law of karma. Karma is not a punishment. It's not a reward. It's not about fairness in the way the world often defines it. Karma simply means cause and effect. Every action, every word, every thought you put into the world, it plants a seed. Some seeds blossom quickly, others take time, but all of them grow, and none of them are lost. You may not see the result right away. You may do the right thing for years and wonder, why hasn't anything changed? But karma is not like a light switch. It's more like the turning of seasons. Subtle, quiet, unstoppable. The Buddha taught that what you put out into the world will come back to you. Not always in the form you expect, not always when you want it, but always when the conditions are right. So when you live with kindness, you create the conditions for peace to return. When you speak with honesty, you create the conditions for truth to find you. When you act with compassion, you invite compassion back into your life, sometimes from the most unexpected places. The problem is, we're often in a hurry. We want instant returns. We forget that the universe works on a timeline much longer than our own. But imagine this. You plant a seed today. You water it with patience. You protect it from weeds of anger and resentment. And one day, when you've nearly forgotten about it, it blooms. That is karma. It teaches us that nothing we do with intention and love is ever wasted. It teaches us to trust, not in fantasy, but in the quiet justice of the universe. You don't need to chase what's meant for you. You don't need to beg for what is already yours by the laws of truth. You just need to live in alignment with what's right. And then, let go. The Buddha said, "Not in the sky, not in the sea, not in the deepest mountain cave, can you escape the consequences of your actions." But this is not a warning. It's a reminder that you are powerful, that what you do matters, that your small, steady acts of goodness shape the very fabric of your future. So when life feels unfair, when the people who hurt you seem to thrive, when your efforts go unseen, breathe. Keep doing the next kind thing. Keep planting good seeds. Keep walking your path with integrity and grace. Because karma is always at work, even when you can't see it, even when you doubt it. And one day, when you least expect it, what you truly deserve will find its way to you. Not because you fought for it, but because you lived in a way that called it forth. The universe remembers, and it always delivers, in time. So far, we've talked about trust, about calmness, about letting go. But how do we live that? How do we actually practice it? In the middle of real life, with real emotions and real challenges. The truth is, spiritual wisdom is not meant to stay in books. It's meant to be lived. It's meant to be felt and quietly embodied, day by day, moment by moment. So let me offer you a few simple, real-life practices to help you stay calm and open yourself to the quiet miracles already unfolding around you. First, breathe. Not just the shallow breaths we take on autopilot, but deep, conscious, loving breaths. In Buddhism, breath is not just biology, it is awareness. Each inhale, a reminder that you are alive. Each exhale, an invitation to let go. When life feels heavy, pause. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. No rushing, no fixing, just presence. And you will feel a little more space, a little more ease. Second, observe without reacting. The Buddha taught, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom. The next time someone says something hurtful, or something doesn't go your way, try this. Don't respond right away. Just pause. Notice the feeling rising in you. Anger, sadness, fear. But don't become it. Say silently to yourself, this too is passing. I don't have to hold this. And in that pause, you reclaim your peace. Third, practice morning surrender. Before the day begins, sit quietly, just for a few minutes. Place your hands over your heart. Feel your breath, and whisper something like this. I let go of what I can't control. I choose peace over perfection. I trust that what is meant for me will find its way. This small act shifts your energy. It softens the grip of fear. It opens the door for grace. Fourth, Keep a letting go journal. Each evening, write down 3 things. 1. Something you're grateful for. 2. Something you're learning to release. 3. Something you're trusting the universe to handle. This practice teaches your heart a new rhythm. It reminds you don't have to carry everything. You're allowed to rest in trust. 5th, touch the earth. Literally. Go outside. Place your bare feet on the ground or your hands on a tree. Feel the solidity beneath you. The earth doesn't rush. It doesn't panic. It simply holds, and so can you. 6th, speak softly to yourself. Many of us carry harsh voices in our minds. You're not doing enough. You should be further by now. You messed it up again. But Buddhism teaches compassion, starting with yourself. So when those voices arise, say, I am learning, I am growing, I am allowed to be gentle with myself. Your soul is listening. Speak to it with kindness. These practices aren't about being perfect. They're about being present. They're about creating sacred pauses in your day where calm can return, where trust can deepen, and where the universe can finally reach you. Remember, the goal is not to become someone else. The goal is to return to who you truly are, beneath the worry, the noise, the stories. And who you are is calm, is open, is enough. Exactly as you are, right here, right now. And now, we come to the quiet end of this journey, a space of stillness, of silence, of soul. You've listened deeply, you've reflected kindly, and now it's time to simply rest in the truth that was always here. Letting go isn't something we master overnight. It's not a destination. It's a returning to the breath, to trust, to the part of you that knows life doesn't need to be controlled in order to be beautiful. You were never meant to carry it all. You were never meant to hold every answer, fix every problem, protect every outcome. You were meant to flow, to move with life, not against it, to surrender, not as weakness, but as wisdom. Because in letting go, we finally come home. Home to peace, home to presence, home to the deep knowing that what is meant for you will not miss you. Not because you chased it, not because you forced it, but because you lived in truth and trusted the timing of your own unfolding. And if your heart still carries something, an old story, a loss, a wound that hasn't yet healed, please know you don't have to force it away. You only need to loosen your grip, breathe around it, make space for light. The Buddha once said, "When the mind is calm, the heart is clear. And when the heart is clear, the path reveals itself." That path doesn't always look how we imagined, but it always takes us where we're meant to be, inward, deeper, home. So today, as this reflection comes to an end, I invite you to say, softly, silently, with love, I let go of what no longer belongs. I release the weight I was never meant to carry. I trust the flow of life, and I open my heart to receive what I truly deserve. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are simply becoming. Thank you for walking this path with me. May your days ahead be filled with quiet courage, with gentle grace, and with the kind of peace that doesn't depend on anything outside of you. And always remember, the universe is not in a rush, neither are you. Let it unfold, stay calm, and what is yours will come.